Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Time to stop waiting for the perfect moment because the perfect moment is now. You've got to decide that 2025 will be the year you don't just talk about change, you become that change. You've got a vision in your heart, a goal in your mind, but now you've got to put in the work, the sweat, and the relentless grind. You're not going to wait for the world to tell you when it's your turn. This is your moment. I want you to look in the mirror right now and ask yourself one question: who do I want to be in 2025? And you better know that you are worthy of every ounce of success, every inch of progress that you dream of. But it doesn't come easy, it never does. You've got to fight for it. Get up when life knocks you down. Rise with a fire that says, I'm not quitting this time. You have greatness within you, and it doesn't matter where you come from, what your history looks like, or what obstacles you faced. Your story is still being written right now. And if you want to see a different story unfold, you've got to step up and create it. The power is in your hands. You can be the person who rises above the noise. You can be the person who stands strong when the world tries to break you down. You can be the person who dares to dream bigger, to push further, to outlast the struggle. But listen closely, because this isn't about the people around you. This is about you. You don't need approval. You don't need validation. You don't need anyone to tell you that you've got what it takes. You already know that. What you need is the courage to trust yourself, the strength to keep going when it gets hard, and the discipline to stay committed when everything inside of you wants to quit. The person you are becoming is waiting for you on the other side of your commitment. 2025 is not just another year. It's the year you step into your power. The year you look back and say, I did it. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fall down, but don't you dare stay there. Every setback is an opportunity to rise higher. Every failure is a lesson on your journey to success. When you fail, you learn. When you learn, you grow. So as we approach this new year, know this: you've got everything you need inside you to create a new you, a stronger, bolder, more determined version of yourself. No excuses, no regrets, just relentless action. Get ready to transform in 2025 because the world is waiting to see you shine. Let's go. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that the perfect moment is just around the corner. We often tell ourselves, I'll start tomorrow, or when the time is right, I'll make the move, but the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The time to start is now. Right this minute, you have the power to take action. Every second you spend waiting is another second wasted, and life doesn't wait for anyone. If you're serious about creating a new version of yourself in 2025, then you've got to make that decision today. Stop waiting for conditions to be perfect, because they never will be. You don't need everything to line up perfectly before you start. You need determination and a willingness to take that first step, no matter how imperfect it might be. When you decide to take action, you begin to transform your mindset. You stop waiting for opportunities to come to you, and instead you start seeking them out. You stop letting fear hold you back and start taking control. You realize that nothing happens unless you make it happen. Life will throw challenges your way, but it's how you respond that will determine your success. If you want to be a new person in 2025, that transformation starts the moment you make the decision to act. This isn't about waiting for permission or for someone else to tell you that it's your time. The truth is, you don't need anyone's approval to go after your dreams. The power to change your life lies entirely within you. You've got to believe that you are worthy of the success you seek. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you've been through. Your past doesn't define you. What defines you is the person you choose to become moving forward. And the first step in becoming that person is making the decision to act now. You're capable of more than you think, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll see the changes you want in your life. It's easy to get discouraged. We all face challenges and setbacks that test our strength. But remember that these moments aren't the end, they're the beginning of your growth. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to learn something new, to grow stronger, and to become more resilient. Don't wait for things to be easy. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Life is messy, it's unpredictable. But it's also beautiful, and it's full of potential. If you want to reach that potential, you have to act. You have to step up and take control of your future. The only way to get what you want is to take action now, even if it's uncomfortable or uncertain. When you take that first step, when you decide to act, you unlock a new level of power within yourself. You stop being a passive observer in your own life and become the driver of your own destiny. Every choice you make, every action you take moves you closer to the person you're meant to be. But none of that happens if you don't start. Don't wait for the world to change. Change yourself and the world will follow. The clock is ticking and your transformation is waiting for you. All you have to do is decide that the time is now. You have greatness within you. It's already there, planted deep inside, waiting for you to recognize it, waiting for you to embrace it. The truth is, many of us spend so much time looking for validation from others that we forget to believe in our own potential. We seek approval, we ask for permission, we wait for someone to tell us we're capable. But you don't need anyone's approval to succeed. You don't need someone to tell you that you're worthy of greatness because you already are. You are more than enough right now exactly as you are. The power you seek is already within you. It always has been. The problem is that we often let self-doubt cloud our judgment and we allow the voices of the world to dictate our worth. You're not defined by what others say about you. You're not defined by your past mistakes, failures, or setbacks. What defines you is your ability to rise, to move forward, to keep pushing no matter what. You are capable of achieving things that others may not believe are possible for you. The moment you stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're good enough is the moment you truly start to tap into your potential. You don't need anyone's approval but your own. You are worthy of all the success, all the happiness, all the accomplishments that you desire. The only person who has to believe in you is you. Now, you may be thinking, that sounds good, but how do I actually start to believe in myself? The first step is to stop comparing yourself to others. Every person's journey is different. Just because someone else's path looks easier or more successful doesn't mean yours will be the same. Your story is yours alone, and it will unfold in its own time. You don't need to measure your success by someone else's standards. Instead, you need to measure your success by the progress you make on your own journey. Celebrate every small victory. Whether it's a step forward or a lesson learned from a mistake, every moment is part of the growth process. When you start to believe in yourself, something powerful happens. You begin to take action. You start setting goals and working toward them. You stop waiting for the right time and begin creating opportunities. You realize that you're capable of more than you ever imagined, but you have to trust yourself enough to take that first step. Belief in yourself is the foundation upon which all your actions should be built. When you trust that you can succeed, you start to see doors opening that were once closed. The world begins to align with your belief and opportunities start to flow towards you. But it all begins with you. Your belief in yourself is the spark that will ignite your success. As you move forward, remember that greatness doesn't come from waiting for permission or approval. It comes from deciding to be great. It comes from looking within yourself and realizing that you have the strength, the intelligence, and the determination to overcome any obstacle. It doesn't matter where you come from, how many times you've failed, or how many people doubt you. The only opinion that matters is yours. Your belief in yourself is the key to unlocking your true potential. Once you embrace that, once you believe that you are capable of anything, there's nothing stopping you. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it starts with believing in the greatness that already lies within you. Success doesn't come easily. It's not something that just falls into your lap. It's earned through hard work, commitment, and the willingness to push through when things get tough. If you want to become the person you dream of being in 2025, you've got to realize that success isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's built one step at a time, one decision at a time, and one effort at a time. There will be moments when you want to quit. There will be times when you question if it's worth it, when the obstacles seem too big to overcome, and when you feel like everything is working against you. But this is where true success lies, right in those moments when everything seems impossible. It's in those moments that you have to decide whether you will stay down or rise up. If you're truly committed to creating a new version of yourself in 2025, then you have to embrace the grind. It's easy to get excited about change when things are going well, when everything is aligned, but when the going gets tough, that's when your real strength shows. It's when you faced adversity and kept going anyway that you begin to build the resilience you need to succeed. You have to keep your eyes on the long-term goal and push forward, even if you can only move forward a little bit each day. Small steps add up over time, and before you know it, you'll look back and realize that all those little efforts turned into something extraordinary. The grind isn't just about hard work, it's about being consistent. It's about doing the things that you don't feel like doing because you know they're necessary. It's about making sacrifices today for the future you want to create. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. There will be times when the rewards seem distant, when it feels like the effort isn't paying off. But that's when you have to remind yourself that success isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Every challenge you face is part of the process, and each hurdle you overcome is a step closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Success isn't given to the person who gives up. Success is given to the person who refuses to quit, no matter how many times they get knocked down. It's the person who gets up again and again and keeps moving forward. You will fall, you will fail, and you will face moments of doubt. But if you learn to embrace these challenges instead of running from them, you will become unstoppable. This journey isn't about being perfect, it's about being relentless. It's about refusing to accept defeat, even when everything around you suggests that you should. This is the mindset of someone who is committed to success, someone who knows that nothing worth having comes without a fight. When you face difficulty, instead of seeing it as a reason to quit, see it as an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a lesson, every mistake is an opportunity to improve. Embrace these lessons and use them to fuel your next move forward. Building the person you want to be requires a level of commitment and discipline that many people aren't willing to give. It requires doing the work when no one is watching, staying focused when distractions pull at you, and making choices that align with the future you want, even when the immediate gratification of shortcuts or easy paths is tempting. This is about showing up for yourself even when it feels like no one else is. It's about making sure that when you look in the mirror, you see someone who's willing to fight for their dreams, who's willing to put in the time and effort to build something great. The work won't always be glamorous and it won't always be easy, but if you stay the course, you will find that it's worth it. Every sacrifice, every ounce of energy, every ounce of effort will pay off. The person you become in the process will be someone you're proud of, and when you reach your goals, you'll know that you earned them. That's the kind of success that lasts. Failure is part of the journey. The road to success is not a straight line, and it's rarely smooth. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt, but that's exactly what makes the journey worthwhile. You see, failure isn't the end. It's not a sign that you aren't good enough or that your dreams are out of reach. Failure is simply a lesson, a chance to learn, to grow, and to rise even stronger than before. The most successful people aren't those who never failed. They're the ones who failed, got back up, and kept going. They understand that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced as part of the process. Every time you fall, you have a choice. You can stay down, feeling sorry for yourself and giving up on your dreams. Or you can get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. The key to success is resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and continue pushing toward your goals. Every time you fail, you're one step closer to success because each failure teaches you something new. It shows you what doesn't work, and that brings you closer to figuring out what does. There's no failure that's truly wasted as long as you choose to learn from it. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you're willing to rise again. As you move forward on your journey, remember that progress isn't always immediate. Success takes time, and patience is a crucial part of the process. It's easy to get frustrated when things aren't happening fast enough, when you feel like you're putting in all this effort and seeing little to no results. But real change doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent actions you take day after day that eventually lead to massive transformation. You may not see the results immediately, but trust that every effort you make is building towards something greater. Like planting a seed, you won't see the fruit right away, but with time, care, and persistence, it will grow into something extraordinary. The key to patience is understanding that you're not wasting time. Even when you don't see immediate results, you're building the foundation for something bigger. Sometimes we get caught up in the rush to see immediate success, but that kind of quick fix rarely leads to lasting results. Sustainable success is built slowly and steadily through discipline, consistency, and a willingness to keep going when things get tough. This is why you have to trust the process. You may not always see the end goal, but every action you take today is moving you closer to it. In those moments when it feels like things aren't happening fast enough, it's important to remind yourself that you're still moving forward. Every small step counts, and every bit of progress is meaningful. It's easy to get discouraged when the path feels long and the results seem distant. But the key to overcoming discouragement is focusing on the journey, not just the destination. Appreciate the small victories along the way because they are all signs that you're on the right path. The person you are becoming in the process is just as important as the goal you're working toward. It's the lessons learned, the strength built, and the resilience developed that will ultimately shape your success. When you look back, you'll realize that the journey itself is the greatest reward. It's the steps you take, no matter how small, that create the foundation for the future you want. So keep moving, keep growing, and trust that every effort you put in is one step closer to the life you're creating. It's easy to look at other people's success and wonder how they got there. We often see the final product, the polished result, and think that success was effortless for them or that they had some sort of special advantage that we don't have. The truth is, success is built on a foundation of hard work, discipline, and sacrifice that most people don't see. It's the countless hours spent behind the scenes, the failures, the moments of doubt, and the relentless pursuit of a goal that eventually leads to the results we admire. The people who make it are the ones who keep going even when they don't feel like it. They understand that the road to success isn't a shortcut. It's not a straight line, but a winding path that requires commitment, grit, and a willingness to embrace the struggles along the way. The key to creating a new version of yourself in 2025 is understanding that transformation doesn't happen instantly. Change is gradual, and it takes time. The first step is making the decision to commit to the process no matter how long it takes. You have to decide that the person you want to become is worth every ounce of effort, even when the journey gets difficult. In the beginning, the results may not be immediate, and it might feel like you're not making progress at all. That's the hardest part, the waiting. But if you keep pushing, even when you don't see the outcome, eventually the hard work will pay off. You'll start seeing small signs of growth, and these moments will give you the fuel to keep going. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't moving as quickly as we expect. The world tells us we should get everything instantly, but that's not how real change works. Real change is built on consistency. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, even when you're tired, even when you're frustrated, and even when you don't feel like it. Every day that you push through is a day closer to your goal. It doesn't matter if progress feels slow. What matters is that you're not giving up. You're not stopping. You're not quitting just because things aren't happening as fast as you want them to. Consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. The ones who succeed are the ones who keep going even when they don't see immediate results. Another important aspect of transformation is the ability to embrace discomfort. Growth happens when you step outside of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to be better than you were yesterday. If you want to create a new you, you have to be willing to take risks, to do things that make you uncomfortable, and to stretch yourself beyond your limits. You can't grow if you stay in the same place. The things that scare you are often the things that will help you grow the most. Don't let fear hold you back from pushing yourself to new heights. Fear is natural, but don't let it control you. Use it as fuel to propel you forward. Every time you do something that scares you, you're one step closer to the person you want to become. The more you push through those fears, the stronger you will get, and the more confident you will become in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. The power to change your life lies within you. It's not in waiting for someone to give you permission or for the perfect moment to arrive. It's in taking ownership of your future and making the decision to act, regardless of the obstacles or doubts that may arise. You have the ability to transform your life, but it requires you to stay committed, be consistent, embrace discomfort, and keep going even when it feels hard. Every step you take is one step closer to the new version of yourself that you are creating. Keep going because the best version of you is waiting to be realized, and you are the only one who can bring it to life.